Hi, Dahlia here, and today I wanted to talk about a very sensitive topic, which is pricing. There's a lot that comes into pricing, but let's talk about it. The truth of the matter is that it's not everybody that's going to be able to afford your services. But then the truth of the matter is also that you need money and you want to get new clients. So how do you bring both of those things in? On the one hand, one part of you is telling you this person is undercharging you. You know, when you give someone like a quotation and they come back and they say they can't afford that, can you do it for like literally half the amount, or like absolutely like it's rubbish? And it happens to the best of us, it happens to everyone, right? So on the one hand, you have that part of yourself that wants to do it because you want to, keep making money for your business and you need that money. And then on the other side, do not want to undercharge your service. Very specifically, I want to talk about undercharging or underpricing yourself. And the first thing I want to say is, please do not attach emotions when it comes to pricing. Pricing can it can be very triggering, right? But the one thing that you need to get to a point in your career as a creative where you detach yourself from emotions when it comes to pricing. If someone is saying, oh, I can't pay this for your service, it's absolutely fine. Not everybody's going to be able to afford you. And I say that as someone that has been on both sides of the coin. There are certain times when I wanted to be able to get a service and then I got to know the price and I'm like, oh, I can't afford that right now. I'm out. So it happens to everyone and it's totally fine. There are other times when someone has also come to me and they wanted to, purchase my service and they got to find out what I charge and they're like, nope, I can't afford Dahlia right now. It's totally fine. So it happens to everyone. So please detach emotions. This is not an emotional thing. This is not something that you need to get into. It all depends on how you would like to handle it. Do you want to go ahead and offer that? Maybe you want to give them some sort of discount or whatever, or do you want to just stand your ground and say, I'm sorry, this is like the minimum that I can take for that price? And either way, it totally depends on you and it's totally fine. For those of us who do not want to reduce our prices, if you feel like this is the minimum that you want someone to pay you for something, but then you have that other part of you that's like you are losing money and all of that. One simple way that you can solve that is what is called in the industry sachetization. So sachetization. Understand when I say sachets, like sachets of milk or sachets of Milo or whatever. Sachetization. So in other words, how are you able to bundle up your services or package your services into little bundles that you can then offer? So like you have this big package and then it costs 150,000 naira, it costs 100,000 naira. And someone's saying, I can't afford that. But you know that you want to be able to at least make a sale, right? Now, this is specifically, like I said, this is for people that want to be able to do this. If you don't even want to do it, it's totally fine. But if you're thinking about how to solve this dilemma, then yes, you have this big thing, it costs X amount of money, and then someone is like, oh, I only have 50,000, right? Are you willing to sachetize that? Are you willing to kind of break it down into a lower bit that you can then offer as a smaller package to that person so that you're still able to offer them excellent service? They are getting basically their money's worth rather than giving them this whole thing for like that little amount of money, because personally, I don't like underpricing and I don't want anyone to feel like they have to underprice themselves. Yeah. So basically, sachetization. Begin to think about if you have like a really big service or like a really big service package, how are you able to break it down into little bits so that you are still able to offer it to people at whatever price points that they can afford it. Number one thing you want to take note of here, and you need to be careful here, is by the time you begin to sachetize things, you need to be very clear as to what they are getting out of it. The reason is because you do not want to give off the impression that someone can pay you 50,000 for what someone else is paying 150,000. Do you understand? That is absolutely the worst thing that you can do for your business. You do not want to give off that impression at all. To say, oh, this person paid 100, let's say it's like a photography business, right? Someone paid 150,000 for 20 photos or for 50 photos, and then another person is paying 50,000 for the same amount of photos, the same editing quality, literally the same thing. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that if you have this really big package that costs 150,000 naira and you want to have a 50,000 naira package, what you can simply think about doing, you can either reduce the quality or you can reduce the quantity, whichever way works. So you can say, oh, you are going to get 50 edited photos, now you're going to get 5 edited photos. You are going to get this and this quality of content, but now you're not getting that quality. This can also be applied to whether it's software development or graphics design or painting or pottery, whatever kind of creative business it is that you own. So I hope this was helpful, and let me know in the comments if you like the idea of sachetization, if you already make use of this theory or this practice, or if you would rather just, stick to your pricing the way that it is. And like I said, whatever works for you is what works best. Do not attach emotions to pricing. It is business and it is simply what people can afford. Let me know if you found this helpful, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.